Okay, so we already finished watching the video about the correct use of will, the different uses. Now let's focus first on the form. Okay. Now, how do we use will? Well, first of all, you have to see that uh, before we were studying how to use going to, and you already have an idea of how to use going to. But then today we're going to be focusing on will. The structure that you're going to respect when you are using will is different. So I'm going to just move this here. Okay. The structure is you have to use, well, for affirmative forms, okay, you're going to use a subject plus the auxiliary will plus a verb plus a complement. So that's basically like the different structures you're going to be using for this. And a sentence would be, in this case, right? I will help, and then you with the homework, for example. So if that's what you want to say, you say it like this, right? So you say, I will help you with the homework. That's one example, and it's a very good example because it's affirmative form. Another example is, let's see, let's say, in the future, comma. Now here I'm going to make a prediction, okay? And I'm going to say, in the future, doctors will find the cure for cancer, okay? And then here, look, I can have the sentence that I just wrote, okay? In the future, doctors will find the cure of the cancer. Now, if you notice something then, here we're using the affirmative form and we're saying this, right, in different expressions. So we use a subject, we use will, we use a verb, and we use a complement, okay? Now, for the negative form, we simply have to add the expression not. In this case, if you want to say, I will help you with the homework in the negative form, you're going to say something like this. You're going to say, I will not help you with the homework. Okay, so I'm gonna make this bigger. And that's how you express a negative sentence. Now, you can also have the option of using the contracted form. And you say, the contracted form of will not is won't. So you say, I won't help you with the homework. Okay? So this is affirmative and this is negative form, right? Now, how do you ask questions? For the question form, you simply have to put will at the beginning. And you say, for example, will you come to my party? Right? And this is an example of a question form. Will you come to my party? Okay. So that's like in general how how the form is of will. Okay. I will come. I won't come. Will I come? Right. Now, something you have to pay attention to is the different uses. And what is the difference between will and going to, right? Because that's one of the things that we always ask ourselves. So in the video, right, we could learn that this topic or the use of will has four different uses, right? So here, one of the uses for will is to make promises. For example, imagine that Maritza, she's a lawyer, right? Imagine that one of the customers comes, right? Say, Maritza, I have a problem. I need your help for this, please, right? And Maritza very confidently says, don't worry, I will solve this problem for you, right? So here she's making a promise and she says, I will solve the case. Yay! And then the person feels very happy, right? Because he says, hey, she will help me, okay? And we also use will to make offers, right? There is promises and offers are always the same, are kind of similar. But let's say, for example, that an offer is, Joanna maybe has a problem, with homework in the University of English, right? And she says, teacher, I have a problem. I need your help. And I say, okay, listen, Joanna, let's do something. Send me the problems and I will help you, right? So I am offering and I say, I will, or the contracted form, I can say, a second, I'll help you, okay? So I'm using, I'm expressing a promise. I am giving an offer. I can make a decision at the moment, right? If you say, for example, I will do it for you, or I will close the door. Imagine, for example, that Maritza or Jamilet is carrying something and she wants to move from one place to another, and she says, "Hey," and she has to close the door, and there's another person that says, "Don't worry, I will do it for you," or "I will close the door for you." The person is making a decision at the moment of speaking. And the last usage is a prediction for the future. So will is used to make predictions for the future. If I ask you, for example, how do you imagine the world in 100 years? How do you imagine the world in 100 years? Well, many of you are going to say something like this. You say, in 100 years, the cars will fly, right? And this is a prediction. I mean, it's not a plan, and that's one of the difference. It's a prediction. It can happen or it cannot happen, but it's your opinion. You say, for example, in 100 years, right? The cure of cancer will be ready. 100 years, or I would say, in 10 years. Imagine if somebody is working on that, right? Say, you know what? In 10 years, the cure of cancer will be ready. Wow, everybody will be very happy. Okay, so here that's the point. You have to pay attention to the correct usage of will. You can, the difference between will and going to is not a big deal, but you have to pay attention to the different functions that will has. Okay, so after those things, do you have any questions? Now the questions are not in Spanish. Remember, they are in English.
Hmm.
Sorry. Try to
Teacher,
tell.
in the, for example, I will help you.
I
In
will help
Spanish,
you. Uh-huh.
en Spanish es yo te ayudaré.
Yes, that's how you translate it. Yo te ayudaré.
The will is um, como te hará.
Mm-hmm. The translation of will, for example, if you say, I will help you, as you said, I will help you is te ayudaré. If I say, for example, hey, Maritza, will you come to the class tonight? Right? And she says, yes, teacher, yes, I will. Okay, yes, I will. And the question is, will you come? Will you come to the class tonight? Or in Spanish, ¿vendrás a la clase hoy? Right? And she says, yes, I will. Okay? I can say, for example, Emma, will you send me the homework finished tonight? Right? Will you send me the homework finished? And she says, No, teacher. No, I won't. Okay? I am going to sleep. A plan for the future. It's not a prediction, it's a plan. So she says, I am going to sleep. Okay? Did I answer your question, Joanna? Joanna!
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Any other person? Question? No? Okay. I mean, I know the time is running. It's actually 8:04. The last thing for the class, guys. Here. After you watch the video, there's this exercise. Please work on this exercise. Work on this extra exercise. And here you're going to find a question. And the question is, look, make your predictions for the future. Imagine how the world will be in 100 years. So I need you to give me your predictions about education, about technology, about health, and about economy. Okay? Please write your predictions in the Nearpod session when I send you the link. Okay? That's one. We have some questions here, but we're going to talk about these questions in the future. I mean, on Monday, not in the future, on Monday. Eh, but it says like, okay. Well done, guys. Thank you very much for your time and your effort. And here we have some extra practice. One, two, and three. Please do it. This is important practice for you to improve your English as well. Okay.